What's up, YouTube? Like I told you guys I would do a part two to the Vinco Ventures ticker BBIG. It's do we call it? Is it pumping up? Is it trending up? We got the 15-minute time frame pulled up right here. I told you guys I only had it for 2,000 shares. Today I did sell half of them, and so I kind of want to break down why, and then what I did after, maybe where it's going. But first and foremost, guys, I call these a pump and dump. All right, I'm filled in. I know who the CEO is. I know all the fundamental, the good news behind everything. But when I see a ticker do this, I've seen it do it time and time again. So what I don't argue is fundamental news against a pump and dump. Like, it's cool because when things are pumping, everybody can tell you all the cool stuff about it, but they forget the characteristics of what the stock market does. Pump and dump. And if you guys are in this and you're just super excited, I'm seeing on Twitter it's the next AMC. The AMC apes have moved into this. Someone on my YouTube comments said this thing's going to $100. That'd be impressive. They also said AMC was going to go to 100,000, and we never even crossed $100. They didn't even hit the first threshold. They didn't even hit triple digits, let alone six. I think that's a bit ambitious. Right now, I guess I'll just take it day by day. This started to get some excitement this morning, though, and I'm not the pump and dump guy. I'm just in this particular one. I take them here and there, but this is definitely not the pump and dump channel. That being said, what I told my chat today was if you are in this, right, so this was kind of selling off and it popped up. It got halted. Now, right here at the 530 mark, it got halted. That's where it did open back up, and I sold half my shares. The fill was 529. I still have the contracts that I sold against this. I sold some $6 contracts. So the stuff I'm still in still actually has contracts sold on it. So right now I have the $6 and $7 contracts sold. So I'll probably be rolling those. My plan on those is this will probably look like this. It'll look like all the other times it's done this. It pumps and then it dumps. So I have the $6, which right now is after hours is pushing. We're already up there. Now they'll expire next week on Friday. So if we're still above that next week on Friday, I will have sold my shares at $6, whether it's at 100 or $7. Just above $6, those shares will fill. My shares will get called away. So what I'll end up doing right now is I'll probably just roll it every week, and when it pumps back down and it goes below $6, I'll probably just let that contract expire worthless, trail the shares from there, and it'll just be a good trade. Now I did actually add on, so I sold half my shares and I did add on because what I saw here was the 15-minute really kind of shows off a nice clean trend, but it got excited and then kind of hung out. So watching this, I didn't look at the 15-minute, but I was checking out on the hourly, and the hourly just looks super overbought, but we just hung out and just stayed here all day. Now, when stocks push up like this, they pull over or they pull back, and to me, that looked like it was just pulling over, like, hey, this was overbought, we're cooling off, but we're hanging out. Now, this is a heavily shorted sticker. Like, I'm in this for the short play, the short squeeze. And maybe we're squeezing shorts out right now. I know when markets are down, now some people love to push this, and you don't know, are the institutions actually in this? But let's say an institution is in this and they are short. Now that position's red. Now all their other positions they are long in, as the market is red, is down. Now we're in terms of margin calls. So let's say I'm an institution, I'm short this because I think it's the next blockbuster, it's going to zero, but I'm long Amazon. Now Amazon's down. This is pushing up. Both positions are red. I'm in a margin call. I need to free up capital. Which one do I close? It's probably more the short on this one versus the long on something else like an actual company. They're all actual companies. But there's a reason why this one's $5 and Amazon's $3,000. So there is that could be going on. But it just pushed up and held there. At that point, I did add some back in. So at this point, hopefully it does go to the moon. If you're new to my channel, I would have a hard time riding this to 100 because I trail things, and these pullbacks would probably end up getting me. I don't have the stones to just ride something like this all the way up, But right now it's going more green candles than red. It just keeps pushing up. So again, the price targets on Twitter are a little bit ambitious. We talked about the $5 psychological level. Got through that. I guess right now our next big spot's probably going to be that $7. Each dollar is going to be a psychological level, but we saw some pretty serious sellers at the $7 mark, and then again this $8 mark up here. Breaking that, then we might be in for something. It might be in for a pretty nice ride. I know a lot of people think 10 or 12, and I know a lot of people that are in this, and their average is 10 to 12, so I'm sure they're hoping it does get that high. But that's where I'd be careful. Right now, if it's doing what it's done before, we're going to have a few solid green days, hopefully some sideways action, nice clear spot to put stops. But then, again, there's the pump and then the dump. So whether that goes to 12, 20, 45, 100, the selling after can actually be a good short play. I don't think there's any shares to short, so it would be a puts situation on this. Here is, I want to make sure that, hang on, let's see what's Tesla up to. Someone always has to comment about Tesla. Tesla hung out today? Tesla did nothing. I already know that. I was down on Tesla, bought that, it pushed up, trailed it out. Probably could have got back in that one. All right, BBIG, let's go to trade. We buying up any more puts? What is going on here? Put action, not really seeing a whole lot compared to the thousands we are seeing on the call side. We did add some puts. That was, if you watched the last video I did, that was still only a couple thousand here and there versus now we're racking them up. This nothing's changed here. Definitely a lot more puts got bought. Well, let's see. Looks like everybody's already trying to play the dump side. And again, as far as this goes, I know people love to argue fundamentals, but that's not what's happening. At least in my opinion, this is just a pump and dump. And essentially, this is a game of hot potato. This is where people will make big bucks. This is also people watch the big money come in and watch it go right away, never actually locking in a dollar. So I guess before I get her, I would just stress, what is your exit strategy? Do you trail it? You gonna just lock some in? I sold half mine because my average is less than 250. It's like 247. So I doubled my money. I'm in free. This thing could go to zero and I don't ever lose a dime. It could go to 100 and yeah, I could have made more if I held the whole position, but I still made money. What is your exit strategy? And if it does come out to a day like this where it gaps up, or how excited are you going to be when it takes that huge gap up in the morning, tries to push and then fails? Is your stop going to be somewhere in there where it does fill? Anyway, what's your exit strategy? Because one of these days, the downside to a pump and dump is when that red candle does show up. I can't stress this enough. It's quick. It's fast. It's one of those, if you weren't babysitting it, you missed it. And you went from probably watching your P&L, thinking about the things you're going to buy, to, am I red? I should have locked it in earlier. And then the emotions start coming up. So anyway, just wanted to do a quick little recap on this. There was some action in here today. It did get halted. We're seeing some excitement. And once we get to that peak and the excitement dies out, usually the red candles come in and finish up. So again, I do want to hear from you guys, so comment down below. What is your price target? What is your exit strategy? Did you subscribe? Yeah, subscribe, thumbs up, and let me know what is your exit strategy. And there's no wrong answers. People that can hold these will make more money than me on these, because I start just leaking shares out of these like mad when they push up like this. So there's no worries, no ego here. What's your exit strategy? I'll see you guys in the next video.